So now let's start with the sketch environment. So I'm in the sketch. I'll just select the sketch tool and I'll start with the top plane. I'll go to this rectangle tool and I'll select center rectangle and just make a rectangle using this origin as center. Also go to circle and make a circle with the same center like so. Alright, now it's time to add the dimensions. So you can go to smart dimension and select this line and just click here, and this dimension is 62. I'll click here, and this is 100. And the diameter of this circle is 86. So there we are, we've got 3 of these assets. Now the next thing that we need to add here is a line, actually a center line. So I'll go to the center line tool, and from this center, I'm just going to make a perfectly horizontal line like this. Now let's add a dimension. So I'll add it for this one too, and this should be 220 unit and enter. All right, now again a circle. So go to circle, and on this endpoint, I'm just going to add it like so. And again, the dimension. So this is 38. All right, we are done. Now I'll add a line. Now in this case, I'm just going to make sure that line connects it like this. So it is actually not touching it here or maybe here. I'm just adding it randomly, but we'll add proper constraints to just make it work. So in this case, I'll just connect it maybe now with this line. Now it is coincident. Also, I'll just connect it with the circle, just like so. Now it is coincident on both of these geometries. Let's add dimensions. So I'll add the distance of, well, from this point to the center line, 16 unit. There we are. And now here, I'll just keep it angular. So as you can see, it is not perfectly horizontal. So I'll add an angle of 2 degrees between these two lines. It is 1.85 now. Let's make it 2. Well, as you can see, it is now fully constrained. The next thing that we need is a mirror image of this line. So go to mirror entities, select this line to mirror, and then select mirror about this line. Also make sure copy is checked and click OK. And there we are. Now a little bit of cleanup work is required. So go to trim entities and trim everything that is inside, just like that. Now I'm not trimming these lines, these two construction lines. So carefully just trim it in a way that you don't end up trimming these lines as well. So this one, and actually this circle entirely. We don't want this circle right here. We just need a straight line. So there we are. We need a straight line, but we do want this gap right here inside this. Here also I'll trim this and this so that we have this kind of closed geometry. Now it's time to add fillets. So go to fillet, and I'll add fillet right here, 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 and here. And the fillet radius is 30 mm. So 30, press the tab key and just click OK. And it is done. So this is actually the base shape. Of course, we are going to make several modifications later, but for now, this is what the shape of the base geometry should be. All right, so we are done with sketch fillet. Just click OK and exit out of this sketch. Now we need to extrude this. So go to features, extruded boss base feature, select this entire geometry, and this should be extruded to a distance of 20 mm. So 20 and tab key, just click OK, and we have the main shape. Now in this case, I did extrude it in one direction, but I'll change it. I'll go to extrude and I'll edit this feature. Now I just want to extrude it 10 unit up and 10 unit below the central plane. Now I'm doing it on purpose because we'll use this feature for all the other features that we are going to add on this base part. So in this direction option, select mid plane, and now we have a distance of 10 unit above the sketch and 10 unit below the sketch. The total height is still 20. Just click OK, and here we are. Now let's go to sketch again, and I'll select the sketch tool. And once again, I'm going to select the same plane that we used previously. So that's the top plane right here. And using the same center, we'll start making geometries once again. So I'll add the first one here, and I'll add one more circle right about here. Now in this case, this circle and this one is concentric, but not this. So we just need to ensure that this circle as well as this arc remains concentric. So I'll select this and control select this arc and just add the concentric constraint. And now we can add the dimension. So for dimension, well, here we are. This should be 78. And this one here is 18. All right, now exit out of this sketch, and here we'll use this to create holes. So go to feature and select extruded cut, select this. And of course, we need to select this one too. So go to Sketch Contours, right click, Clear Selection, and it will automatically select both of these contours just like this. Now here also, we just wanted to cut the feature above as well as below this. So I'll go to this feature here, and here I'll select mid-plane once again. Now here you can select a distance, or you can select through all. Now, if you want to keep design intent in mind, then definitely you should select through all, but when you select that, then you may need to add another direction as well. So here I've added both the directions now, and in both the direction it's through all. So now it will cut up as well as below this. And with that, just click OK, and we have this cut feature added. Now we need to build upon this thing. It is still not complete. So to add the feature, once again, I'll go to Sketch, Sketch Plane, and I'll just add it again on top plane. Now go to Circle, and here I'll just make sure that this circle and this one are co-radial, but before that, let's add another concentric one. Here also, I'll just make sure that we have one for this, another one just for this. All right, now select this, and just make sure they are co-radial. And then we have this one, and here we'll add a dimension. So this should be 54. And here we are. Now here also, we'll just make it co-radial. So I'll just select this, and I'll select this arc, and I'll make it co-radial. Not only that, I'll select this one, and I'll make it co-radial too. So here we don't need to add any kind of dimension. All right, so we are done. Let's exit out of this, and here we need to extrude both of these features. So I'll go to Feature, Extruded Boss Base Feature, select just a sketch. And of course, this is extruding just this part. We don't want it, so right click and Clear Selection. Now it has selected both of these. Now in this case, once again, go to Direction 1 and select Mid Plane. And of course, as you can see, we just need to extrude it above and below as well. And the total height is 32, just like this. Now in this case, if you want to give this thing another height, then you can do that as well. And I'll actually add the extruded height only for this region. So I'll just make sure that I click inside these two concentric circles, and then this height is 32. I'll click OK, and then I'll repeat the process for this side. But as you can see, the sketch is no longer visible. So go to Boss Extrude Feature, select the sketch, and click on Show. Now the sketch will show up again. Go to Extruded Boss Base Feature, select only this sketch this time. Again, this is just highlighted, we don't want it. So right click, Clear Selection, and now select only this part, the part that is just inside this. But as it is not selecting the region inside, we can select these two sketches instead. And we have the concentric part selected. So select both of these sketches, and now here it is. And this height is slightly more than what we had previously. So it is 36. Press Tab key and click OK. So we have different heights for this, and that's why I selected it in two different steps. Now we can select this sketch and hide it.